We're talking about today's, it's a business day. We just looked at the United States have renewed their relations by pledging money to Tanzania. And today you are telling us about these relationships with different countries. And India, Narendra Modi was visiting a few countries a while ago. And he has promised that India will instill his relations with Africa.
Absolutely. The India-Africa relations are certainly rooting for a better tomorrow, at least as we see it now. And given the intensity of the diplomatic marathon that the Indian Prime Minister recently did around Africa, the Indian Premier Mr. Narendra Modi visited a total of 4 African countries. He held official high-level meetings, signed several bilateral agreements, especially in the health, trade, agriculture, defense and security sectors. New Delhi looks certainly set to make the most out of these relationships with the intent to share and exploit the continent's resources. This was indeed confirmed by the Indian Premier's trip to Tanzania.
One, deepen our partnership in agriculture and food security, including through enhanced export of pulses from Tanzania to India. 2, work together in development and use of natural gas.
So, Stefan, this relationship is making progress, right?
Absolutely, yes. It's a development whose time has come. We were previously accustomed to French-Africa ties and even China-Africa relations, but now we have India-Africa movement, which is fast gathering pace. Already there are large numbers of Indian entrepreneurs scattered all over Africa, and that's not to mention other high summit meetings that have been made between the Asian giant and Africa. For instance, there is the usual India-Africa Summit, whose 3rd edition was held last year. Here, let's take a look at some superficial figures on the India-Africa cooperation. And we can see that 50,000 education grants have been allocated over a period of 5 years to African students. And also $10 billion has been granted out in loans over the 5-year span also, and $60 billion worth of trade between the two blocs.
Is there something, right, before we were just talking about contraband, but what can Africa take from this kind of partnership?
Africa needs to seize the control by the right end. We must forget about the past when the continent clung on to foreign aid and low interest rates on loans, coupled by graft and lack of good governance. It's time for Africa to look ahead. And as far as the policies are concerned, Indian technologies can find their way into Africa, and the scientific high-level exchanges and establishment of regional strategies can help Africa conquer the Indian market that has over 1 billion prospective consumers.
Qui représente quand même plus d'1 milliard de consommateurs.
Merci beaucoup, Stéphane. Thank you, Stéphane. See you next week.
Tout à fait. Avec le même plaisir.
Always pleasure to have you talking about